West Asia now, Syrians poured into streets firing celebratory gunshots after a stunning rebel advance reached the capital Damascus, ending the Assad family's 54-year rule. It raised questions about the future of the country and stability in the wider region. India is monitoring the situation. It has advocated for a peaceful and inclusive Syrian-led political process.
From palace to exile within days, Bashar al-Assad's iron grip on Syria is finally over. Al-Assad reached Russia on Sunday evening after fleeing the country. It was a stunning fall triggered by a lightning-fast offensive by the rebels that seized Damascus within a week. Syrian rebel commander Abu Muhammad al-Golani was greeted by the cheering crowds as he entered the historic Umayyad Mosque in Damascus.
This victory, my brothers, is a new chapter in the history of entire Islamic nation. It is a turning point for the region. How many dangers have we avoided? He handed Syria over to Iranian ambitions, spreading sectarianism and corruption throughout the country.
Russia confirmed that Assad and his family were granted asylum in Moscow, with the foreign ministry issuing a statement that following his talks with a number of participants in the armed conflict, Bashar al-Assad decided to step down as the Syrian president and leave the country. International leaders, including US President Joe Biden, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres hailed this as a historic opportunity for Syrians to rebuild their nation.
After 13 years of civil war in Syria, more than half a century of brutal authoritarian rule by Bashar al-Assad and his father before him, rebel forces have forced Assad to resign his office and flee the country. We're not sure where he is, but there's word that he's in Moscow. At long last, the Assad regime has fallen.
This is a historic day for the Middle East. The collapse of the Assad regime, the tyranny in Damascus, offers great opportunity, but also is fraught with significant dangers. This collapse is a direct result of our forceful action against Hezbollah and Iran, Assad's main supporters. It set off a chain reaction of all those who want to free themselves from this tyranny and its oppression.
India's Ministry of External Affairs said it was monitoring the situation in Syria. India advocated the need for all parties to work towards preserving the unity, sovereignty, and territorial integrity of Syria, and advocated a peaceful and inclusive Syrian-led political process respecting the interests and aspirations of all sections of the Syrian society. The Indian embassy in Damascus is in contact with the Indian community for their safety and security. Earlier, India issued an advisory to citizens to avoid all travel to Syria until further notice. At least 370,000 people, mostly women and children, have now been displaced in Syria due to the latest escalation in fighting, according to the UN Office for Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. As night fell over Damascus without Assad for the first time in years, the city was eerily quiet, save for armed rebels patrolling its streets. The fall of Assad's regime is not just an end, but a new beginning for Syria, a nation that is now tasked with the monumental challenge of healing, rebuilding, and establishing a functional democracy run by the people. Bureau Report, DD India.